Plaintiff Russell Fish started dating the defendant after they met at a tattoo shop where they both worked. But once the defendant suspected she was going to be fired, she broke up with Russell. Russell's suing for car damages and depreciation. Defendant Kelly McAvoy admits that she crashed Russell's car, but insists he's charging Kelly for more than she owes.
Tell me what happened.
I met Kelly in January of 2010 when she got hired at the tattoo shop where I had been an artist for going on 4 years at the time. I was also coming out of a 5-year relationship when Kelly and I met. And by the end of February, beginning of March, Kelly and I started dating. We wear our hearts on our sleeves, so we love very strongly and very intensely, and the puppy love phase was very quick, and once that started to, fizzle away, the real relationship problems started coming through, and we had a bit of a rocky relationship.
What happened to something that was so great? How did it turn so sour so quickly?
I think that we had these feelings for each other without really knowing each other too well.
So you think that was infatuation, perhaps?
Perhaps.
Okay, just curious.
As artists, we were on the same level and working together. It's really not something that I really felt was a great decision.
Why?
Because of boundaries. I believe that. I believe even like with your girlfriend or husband, y'all should have separate friends. There should be some separate worlds involved.
Certainly.
Kelly's an extremely beautiful woman. She's very charming. The two of us...
Sound like you want her back.
No.
But suing her isn't the right route. You sound like you're saying that you don't think it was a good mix for you all to be mates and to work together.
Absolutely, Your Honor. That's exactly what I'm saying.
All right. So you got husband and wife teams that build businesses together. They work together. They meet at work and then continue to work together. But in your case, that doesn't work for you.
For me personally, in our company, actually, there are several couples. There are two that are married.
All right, just curious. So we can go on then with what happened to you all's relationship before we get to the car damages. So what happened after things start to go sour?
Well, in August, I was promoted and I became manager of the location. And my coworkers were not happy about it. And in addition, the entire duration of Kelly's employment, she had difficulty at work. However, around that time, she started having confrontations with my coworkers, which ultimately led to a screaming argument between her and my boss, our boss. And she was told to leave the situation alone, drop it. I do not care who is right or wrong. It ends today. Kelly did not do that.
That's not true.
It is true, Your Honor. She kept pushing the issue, and ultimately that led to her termination. About 3 weeks before she got fired, my boss had called me and said, we need to talk in person, gave me that whole thing. Well, my relationship with my boss is very good. She usually just talks to me over the phone, sends me a text.
All right, you didn't go with your boss, though. You went with her. I want to hear about this. You may have went, I don't know, did you go with the boss? No. Okay, well, I'm trying to hear about what happened with her. How did you all break up?
We broke up because I let her know that my boss is coming down tomorrow to fire her.
Okay.
And she felt betrayed by me.
Okay. She thought you perhaps had something to do with it or should have given her a heads up. Gotcha.
Right. Defendant Kelly McAvoy is being sued by her ex-boyfriend, who claims after Kelly realized she was going to get fired, she broke up with him.
How do we get to the car you're suing about?
Roughly, she says that she hit a dog on March 4th. I'm guessing that was...
Your car, obviously.
Yes, my car, that she was borrowing. She told me that she hit a dog.
Okay, there's no other explanation she gave me. I hit a dog.
Jumped out in front of me.
Yeah.
She said the dog ran. She said 2 dogs ran out in the middle of the road and she hit the dog.
Stop. Did she say, I'll fix it? If so, what were the damages?
First, she said that she would borrow the money from her father and make payments back to her father to get the car fixed. Okay. And
so she agreed to get it fixed?
She did.
All right, ma'am.
I did.
Okay. What's your defense to not paying now?
I really am more than willing to pay what I owe. I feel that I have an ethical obligation, and I've never said that I didn't feel responsible to pay for some repair. I think that the amount that he's suing for is unreasonable. It's more than the estimates that I saw. However, I do not have...
You have your estimates today?
I beg your pardon?
You have your estimates?
I do not.
Okay, you have yours?
Yes,
We're
Your
going to
Honor.
go with the estimates I see. I don't know what you're talking about. The estimates you saw. I'm going to go with the estimates I see. You should have brought what you saw. So I will then compare what I see. Sir, you have an estimate for $800 and you have one for $1,365. What's the difference?
The one for the higher amount, they put the car on the lift. They looked, they did a very thorough inspection of it and said it is not going to be more than this price. However, the one for $800, they did not inspect the car that well. They did not put it on a lift.
Okay.
They specifically told me that once the bumper comes off, we may find further damages.
Okay.
And
Bumper,
the price of
front
go up.
lamp, cooling, lower shield. Yeah, that's a lot. I see it being 13 as well. The depreciation, what is that about and for how much?
I believe that even though the car would be fixed, it is still not in the same condition that I lent the defendant the car.
Meaning that it would depreciate in value even though you
absolutely.
get it fixed. And that is pretty well known.
Especially on a BMW.
How do I know how much value it would lose?
I came up with a dollar figure based on what I was listing the car to sell, which was $4,500, and what people are offering me for the car in its condition.
Did anyone mention the fact that it had been in an accident has affected their offer?
Yes, my BMW mechanic was the first person that said he is not interested in the car after the damages.
How much was the average deficiency?
About $2,000.
I'm going to give you half of that depreciation. So I'll give you the $1,365 for your damages because the only defense she has is she doesn't believe it cost that much, but she doesn't bring an estimate and you bring two. $1,000 I'll also grant you for the depreciation, leaving you with $2,365. You all have a good day.